get picked last for the team as a kid? Or not picked at all? How did that make you feel? Following Jesus isn't us against them. It's not about different teams. Jesus said, same team. Good morning and welcome to the 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. The point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus said comes from Mark chapter 9, verse 38 through 40. So starting out in verse 38 of Mark chapter 9, it says, John said to Jesus, Teacher, we saw someone using your name to cast out demons, but we told him to stop because he wasn't in our group. Don't stop him, Jesus said. No one who performs a miracle in my name will soon be able to speak evil of me. Anyone who is not against us is for us. Pretty simple. They were saying, hey, these people are saying something about you. They're preaching in your name. They're trying to do something in your name. But they don't know us. We're not with them. Jesus said, hey, anyone who's not against us is with us. So, a little bit of context here. The disciples had been arguing about which one of them was the greatest. Jesus told them to be first, you have to take last place. He's explaining to them how the kingdom is completely different than what they expect. It doesn't seem to like a logical succession plan, but that's how Jesus' kingdom works. The disciples were hearing all about the kingdom, and they were still trying to do it their way. It's kind of interesting, I think, that these people spent more time with Jesus than anybody, and there were still times that they didn't really get it. So Jesus, they're freaking out because they're like, hey, this is happening. These people don't know you. That's not right. And Jesus basically says, hey, we're all on the same team. If you ever play any kind of sport, when I think about it immediately with basketball, everybody goes up for a rebound. You don't know who's jumping with you. You grab the ball. You're not even looking. You're fighting it from somebody. And then you hear, same team, same team. Oh, we're all on the same team. Sorry, bro. Here, I didn't mean to try to steal that ball from you. And that's basically what's going on here. Jesus said, we're all on the same team. But we have that natural tendency to get comfortable in our own little groups. So we get comfortable with people we know, the ways we do things and things like that. But that's not how Jesus' kingdom works. That's how our selfish human kingdom works. In Luke 9, some town of outsiders didn't welcome Jesus. So his disciples asked him to call down fire from heaven, and Jesus rebuked them. They missed the point. And this is honestly a place of, I think, struggle for most people. I could say for me personally as a Christian is I tend to compare. I think we all just have this natural tendency to compare, whether it's, oh, look at the way they're doing things. How come it seems to be working for them? Or, oh, look how well we're doing things. They're not doing it the same way, so they must be wrong. And it's like we compare and we make this thing that your way's better than mine or my way's better than yours. You have it easier, I have it easier. You have it harder, I have it harder. But Jesus is saying, same team. It's not about compromising our beliefs or our standards, but it's about not having to compare or impose your standards on someone else. Paul talked about it in Philippians when he was on death row for preaching Jesus. So if there was ever a time for someone to criticize other people who had it easier, this was it. But even here, Paul starts in Philippians chapter 1, verse 15 through 18. He says, some, to be sure, are preaching Christ from envy and rivalry, but others from goodwill. So he's kind of making that comparison. There's two types of people. He said the latter do so from love because they know that I am placed here for the defense of the gospel. And then he goes on. He says the former proclaim Christ from selfish ambition, not sincerely because they think they can cause trouble for me in my imprisonment. So he's making this comparison. These people are doing it because they love. These people are doing it just to kind of get back at me. What is the result? 18. He says only that in every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is being proclaimed. And in this I rejoice. So Paul here, he's saying, I don't care how it's happening. All I care about is that Jesus is being proclaimed. And this is a reason to rejoice. So easily here, he could have made the problem comparison. But the only comparison we should ever really have is, do we look like Jesus? If not, everything else is kind of a moot point. It's not about, are they doing things like I do? Is it not about, hey, they have a different way of doing this than I would want to do it? We should rejoice in other people's success. Being willing to celebrate people who may be doing things differently, this is God's kingdom. Because again, those who aren't against us are for us. We're all on the same team. So how can you put that into action today? Where is there a place where maybe you're not necessarily judging, but creating comparison between you and someone else who is just trying to follow Jesus a different way maybe than you? Now, if there's a situation where they're going against something of the Bible or going against, something Jesus taught, that's one thing. But if it's just a different process, celebrate. As Paul said, the point is that Jesus is being proclaimed, and this is a reason to rejoice. So thank you so much for listening. If you would like to like, comment, share, follow along with us at bible.today.church. We really appreciate you doing this. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope this time together has helped you to live life to the fullest the Jesus way. And remember to follow Jesus today. And we end everything by saying, love first. Thank you.